Intro music with visuals of ancient scrolls, papyrus, and artistic renderings of the Library of Alexandria in its prime. Welcome, history lovers, to Documentary Reel. Today, we journey back in time to the shores of the Mediterranean, to a city that was the intellectual heart of the ancient world. We're exploring the legendary Library of Alexandria, a beacon of knowledge that shone for centuries. But what really happened to it, and how much of our collective past was lost forever in its demise? Scene: animation showing the founding of Alexandria by Alexander the Great, followed by Ptolemy I Soter envisioning the library. Our story begins in the 3rd century BCE, in the gleaming city of Alexandria, Egypt. Founded by Alexander the Great, the city quickly became a melting pot of cultures and ideas under the rule of his successor, Ptolemy I Soter. Ptolemy envisioned more than just a powerful kingdom, he dreamed of a center for all human knowledge. This vision gave birth to the museum, or research institution, and its legendary heart, the Great Library of Alexandria. It wasn't just a place to store scrolls, it was a vibrant, living institution. Scholars, scientists, mathematicians, poets, and philosophers from across the known world were invited to live and work there, supported by the royal treasury. Their mission was simple, yet monumental: to collect all the world's knowledge. Agents were sent out to buy scrolls from book markets in places like Athens and Rhodes. A royal decree even mandated that any ship docking in Alexandria's harbor had to surrender its books. Scribes would then meticulously copy the texts, keeping the originals for the library and returning the copies to the owners. This aggressive acquisition policy meant the library's collection grew at an astonishing rate. It was a relentless, state-sponsored quest for knowledge. Scene: animated visuals of the library's interior, shelves stacked high with scrolls. Scholars are seen debating, reading, and writing. So, what treasures did these shelves hold? Estimates suggest the library contained anywhere from 40,000 to 400,000 papyrus scrolls at its peak. Imagine works of history, like the comprehensive 30-volume history of Babylon written by Berossus, a Babylonian priest. Only fragments of this work survive today, quoted in other ancient texts. The full version was likely in Alexandria. There were countless works of Greek tragedy and comedy. We know of over 90 plays by Sophocles, yet we only have 7. The rest were probably housed in the library, their stories and characters lost to time. The library also held the foundations of science. The astronomical calculations of Aristarchus of Samos, who first proposed a heliocentric model of the solar system 1,800 years before Copernicus, were almost certainly there. Think of the botanical and zoological studies, detailed maps of the ancient world, and mathematical treatises that went far beyond what we have today. The Pinox, a 120-volume catalog created by the scholar Callimachus, was a guide to this universe of knowledge, itself a monumental work now lost. It was a place where Eratosthenes accurately calculated the circumference of the earth using just a stick in his intellect. It's where the Greek Old Testament, the Septuagint, was translated, shaping religious thought for millennia. Scene: transition from the vibrant library to scenes of conflict and fire. Use animations to depict the different stages of decline. This brings us to the most persistent myth, that the library was destroyed in a single, catastrophic fire. The truth is far more complex and drawn out. The library didn't burn, it faded. The first major blow came in 48 BCE during Julius Caesar's civil war in Alexandria. While trying to burn enemy ships in the harbor, the fire spread to parts of the city. Ancient accounts say a warehouse holding scrolls, possibly destined for the library or for export, was destroyed. While damaging, this event was not the end. The main library likely survived, though it may have been wounded. The decline was a slow process, a death by 1,000 cuts, spanning centuries. It was tied to the political and economic instability of the Ptolemaic dynasty and later, Roman rule. Funding for the museum and library dwindled. Intellectual purges, like the one by Ptolemy VIII, saw scholars expelled from the city, scattering its intellectual community. Scene: Roman soldiers marching, visuals of economic hardship and societal change. As the Roman Empire faced its own crises, priorities shifted. The grand project of collecting and preserving all knowledge became a luxury the world could no longer afford. The library, once the vibrant heart of the city, slowly fell into neglect. Without new acquisitions and with scrolls naturally decaying over time, the collection began to shrink. A significant, and perhaps more decisive, blow came in the 3rd century CE. During the Emperor Aurelian's campaign to reclaim the city, the entire royal quarter where the main library was located was heavily damaged. This conflict likely destroyed what was left of the original Great Library. A smaller daughter library at the Serapeum Temple continued to exist, but it was just a shadow of the former institution. The final, symbolic end came in 391 CE. In a climate of rising religious intolerance, the Christian Patriarch of Alexandria ordered the destruction of the Serapeum Temple, a pagan stronghold. Any scrolls that remained in the daughter library were likely destroyed or dispersed at this time. This wasn't an attack on knowledge itself, but on the pagan institution that housed it. But the end result was the same. Scene, thoughtful montage of lost technologies and ideas. An astrolabe, a fragmented map, a page from a lost play fading away. So, the ultimate question remains, how much did we lose? What knowledge vanished, and how did its absence set civilization back? We lost countless perspectives on the ancient world. Imagine having first-hand accounts of Carthaginian history, told by the Carthaginians themselves, not just their Roman conquerors. Consider the loss in science and technology. Hero of Alexandria, who worked at the library, created a primitive steam engine, the Alipile. Were there other inventions, other technological paths not taken, documented on scrolls that are now gone? We lost a huge portion of the ancient literary canon. Aristotle alone is said to have written nearly 200 treatises, but we only possess about 30. The library would have held them all. The loss wasn't just about facts or blueprints, it was about the connections between them. The library was a place of synthesis, where different fields of knowledge intersected. By losing the library, we didn't just lose the books, we lost the ecosystem that produced them. It took over 1,000 years, until the Renaissance, for Europe to regain a similar concentration of intellectual energy. Could the scientific revolution have happened a millennium earlier? It's impossible to say for sure, but the loss of Alexandria's accumulated wisdom certainly represents a great intellectual reset. It's a haunting reminder that knowledge is fragile. Its preservation requires stability, funding, and a culture that values inquiry above all else. Outro music begins, visuals return to the modern world, libraries, and digital archives. The story of the Library of Alexandria is a tragedy, but also an inspiration. It stands as a testament to humanity's enduring quest for knowledge and a warning of how easily it can be lost. Today, we build new kinds of libraries, digital ones, hoping to create a legacy of knowledge that can never be erased. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you found this exploration fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more from Documentary Reel. Until next time, keep asking questions.